Okay, I only have one favor to ask all of you guys, because I usually, you know me, I like being in front of you guys, and the Zoom stuff drives me nuts. Um, so for you that are on video, thank you. I get to see your smiling face. I just find it interesting that when you guys teach online, you make your kids put your video on, and most of your faculty when you're online don't. So it's kind of one of those weird things. It's like when I teach my class, you guys are always sitting way in the back. I already know what you're doing. So anyway, let's get rolling along. I hope you guys had a great summer, and I think this is going to be an interesting coming year that's changing minute by minute. And so I know you're all busy. So and most of you guys have gone through this program more times than you want to admit. And so beginning that last year, I never got a chance to do any of my audits and walkthroughs. And so I don't have a lot, every year I do some reminders. We'll do one reminder this year. But every year I find things or some topic comes up that we want to talk about. But last year, since it was the way it was a pretty quiet year to a point. I did get some calls and some things I did see in some of the labs I was at, which kind of caused me some concern. But all in all, it was a different year for all of us. So let's kind of go through this real quickly, and I can get you out of here because I know you all have better places to be than being here. Let's see, where am I? Can you see that? Is my hazardous waste thing on screen?
Yep.
Okay. So, oh, wait. Why is this like this? I'm having issues. Okay, wait. Wrong screen. You got my calendar, don't you?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Wrong screen. Let me try this again. This is the reason why I don't teach. This one, let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going to talk about, if you see my sign that has hazardous waste, that's it? Okay, great. So my only question is, why isn't it moving? Let's see. Oh, here we go. So again, let's run through this quickly and run through it. So what it is what I want to remind everybody is, because a lot of things have not changed, is that to be able to understand that we still kind of want to control our materials and manage our waste. I'm looking, not EPA, Department of Health has called me up and contacted me about looking at all our statuses throughout our campuses of the categorization of large quantity, small quantity, and to very small quantity hazardous waste generator. And by looking at everybody's waste stream and talking to certain people, we pretty much have gotten ourselves to where we generate less than 100 kilograms of regulated hazardous waste on our campuses throughout the year. So I am going to change our designation for all the campuses to be very small quantity hazardous waste generated. And we do have episodic events where we may clean something out and we may have more, but in general, the labs and my facilities don't generate very much waste. And I'm going to change all the categories to fit under the very small hazardous waste generator category, which is less than 100 kilograms of hazardous waste per month. And so Marilyn, you may get a call from me soon just to kind of converse more about the waste levels that you guys generate, but I pretty much have an understanding of you guys. But the idea that I want to remind everybody else is that we are responsible for the waste we generate, and we go through this every year to understand that inventory becomes important. We have been inspected, some of the campuses this past year. Some of it because somebody called. Sometimes it's because we're on a list. But the one thing I noticed, except for the last inspection we had on Maui, one thing I noticed the Hayash did was they went and asked for the inventory. And they went to look for the safety data sheet. We got cited at one of the campuses because our inventory wasn't current, and they found a couple of materials that were in the storeroom that wasn't on inventory, and the safety data sheet was not there. And that caused us a citation. And so I want to go back to remind everybody, and for you sciences, I know you have Maryland, you guys are very fortunate with that. For some of the other campuses of APTs as well. But we need to keep our inventory and our safety data sheet current as best as possible. Okay, so again, to me, that citation should have never have happened. So on the material side, again, just want to remind everybody that our hazardous material management plan does call for inventory twice a year, and the purpose is to maintain that as best as possible. Okay. The other one is that I do notice sometimes walking around in the labs, and some of our students are not wearing all the PPEs. Just remind everybody to wear the PPEs. Again, we did get cited, but this is not sciences or labs, but this was our facility people. We're reminding everybody about PPEs. Make sure you have them, make sure you wear them, and make sure they're the appropriate ones, because Hayash did come through with us on that one as well. Okay, so I just want to remind everybody about that. And then probably the most important thing, again, is labels. You guys hear from me every year. I just, a couple of weeks, had a very interesting call from a lab that there were a couple of bottles that were not labeled again. And they were not brand new. They had been around for a little while. They were doing inventory, which is surprising enough. And they found a couple of bottles that were unlabeled. Please, please, please spend the time to label either a material label under the HazCom ruling or as a hazardous waste label under our hazardous waste management plan. Make sure you do the labels and make sure the labels are proper and they are correct. And they're labeled with enough clarity so there's no second guessing. Okay. I think, Marilyn, you guys might be coming up for a waste disposal somewhere soon. So it's something we got to make sure we talk about that as we get along, you and I. But please make sure that all the labels are on. Follow the plan as best they can. Find your accumulation area. The one thing that DOH was happy with when they went to Leeward was they found this, and they were very pleased with the idea that we have it under control. Okay. And then, of course, this. Again, label everything, please. All right, make sure that all the information is on it. An impartial label is as dangerous as a non-label, okay? Because in the laboratories, we want to know what we're putting inside it, because if the labs are mixed up from an organic to inorganic, you want to make sure that we don't put the wrong thing in the wrong bottle. So make sure the labels are current as best you can, okay? Because like I said, I still find these things. I shouldn't find these things anymore. Neither should you. In any of the operation, whether it's Thomas's shop or Rosie's dental clinic, or even in the labs, make sure you label everything. Make sure you inventory, find the ones that are a problem, and let's get rid of them. Okay, because the fact is that we are finding that Hayash is bored somehow, and they're coming around a lot more often. Right? We've had some whistleblowers recently, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that, but I want to make sure we catch all these kind of things. And then also, before you drain, you're supposed to ask questions. Okay. I had a Department of Health wastewater guy ask questions of me. We were just having coffee, and he was asking questions about that kind of stuff. So we told him we had a program. So make sure you check that in. Okay. These things do happen. I still see these kind of things, right? A lot of problems. Make sure that there's no funnel, except when you're adding things in. Right? This kind of thing, I'm assuming this was a waste. Why? Because there's a funnel in it. Right? You don't put a funnel in it when you're pouring something out of it unless you're going the other direction. This is a big container. But what is this thing? Right? This is a problem. Right? In your trash, make sure that your trash is proper. We did have a dumpster picked up. Liquid fell out of it. The dumpster got put down and a big tag got put on it. Will not take it until liquid is taken out of it, and it wasn't water. Okay. So again, make sure that we put things in the trash that are proper. Right? Broken glass, same thing. Just be careful, you guys. Again, I've been speaking to the choir. I know you guys are really doing a good job. I just got to remind you, just like you remind your students before they take a test, to follow certain rules as we go along, right? Because as we stage certain things, this student is wonderful with one glove on and no glove on the other hand, with open toe shoes, safety glasses on our head. You know, all these kind of things happen. We want to be cautious that the bottom right is where we want to be. Okay, we want to control so that we don't have the top left of uncontrolled. All right. So I know you guys hear from me every year, and so I'm not going to keep you much longer. I just want to remind you guys, make sure you label everything and follow the rules. If you have questions or you have any suggestions for me to change, please let me know, because we're definitely willing to open the door to figure things out. But the rules are pretty straight. One of my Hayash inspectors, he really wanted to help us out, but he says our rules are the rules and we follow the rules, and I cannot deviate from them. So the same thing applies to us. We have rules that we have in place. Let's follow them best we can. Make sure that we're safe. Make sure everybody else is safe. And the labeling is all based upon safety and knowledge with clarity. The more clear we are on our knowledge, the safer we'll be and the less problems I will have. Because these 2 bottles I've got to go look at this week, I got to go figure out how to get rid of them. And we have no idea what's in them. Okay, so again, they put me at risk and I don't like being at risk. So please make sure you got time. Help Marilyn. I know you guys have Marilyn, but help her out. If you guys have things that you can help her out, make sure she has all the information she needs to fulfill that requirement. Okay. Anybody got any questions? You're gonna love me for this one. We're good? Anything else?
Hey, Miles, this is Sally.
Hey, Sally.
I'm just wondering, will we get a notification of the students that, or who came in the morning? Because I need to know if some of these students came that were supposed to.
Yeah, I'll send you this. Joyce has got my my sign up. Noah did show up. I think Noah was, and I don't know.
Oh, Noah did? Okay. Yeah, because I had actually a couple others that should be in this meeting, but I don't see them, but maybe they couldn't come. It was kind of last minute, I told them. But Luz Deardoff, she's not here, right? And Frankie Yedo. Okay. And
So if anybody who's missed this particular session, I have other sessions throughout the rest of tomorrow and to this afternoon and tomorrow and Thursday. If not, Sally, if you got your students, I will accommodate and we can sit down. We can set something up for everybody. This is what I want to make sure you guys understand. For those that cannot make, because I know the schedule is wild, talk to me. Okay, I will help wherever I can, and I will fill in the gap. Okay, because it is important for us to be reminded of the things we're supposed to do. And then if you have any questions, that's a good time to ask them too. And then, Sally, if you want me to specifically talk about certain things, for the inbred people, I have a specialized class that has lab safety and has waste inside.
oh, that'd be great.
So let me know, and I'll put that together, because I used to do that for Colleen Allen of Kapilani.
Yeah, we'll need that probably in a couple weeks.
Okay, just let me know. Give me a date, and then I'll tell you if it's a clear date. And since it's all Zoom now, I'll set it up.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay.
Anybody else?
Miles.
Yeah. Oh no, I ain't helping you, Sean. Forget it.
Why not? Come on. So students and people that missed this morning can attend the Zoom sessions you have for other campuses, right? That's not an issue?
Right.
Okay. All right.
So I sent out to the VCs. Joyce might have gotten the copy of all the Zoom links or whoever's on for the rest of the week, so they can come there. Again, if they cannot, then I will accommodate.
Okay. Thank you.
And I can share that with you, Sean.
Okay. Thanks, Joyce.
Okay. So yeah, anybody else that needs it that didn't show up, that we'll accommodate. Okay. Again, I know you guys are busy, so I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you taking this seriously too. So because this can be very serious in an accident. I had a friend of mine in California that had an accident and it caught on fire. So we want to prevent that kind of stuff from happening. Small fire, so they didn't make the paper, but it's still a fire nonetheless. So we want to prevent that kind of stuff from happening. That's why we do these things. Okay.
One note, can PJ and PVF tell me what your names are for Miles's records?
Yeah, please.
My
name is PVF is Peter Fisher. Here,
Good job, Doc.
Thank you.
And then for PJ, it's Pedro Oliveros.
Okay, thanks so much.
No problem.
Gotta be Doc Fisher to do that. Mess with everybody. Okay, if everybody's good, I'm good. We'll see you guys. Have a good semester. I hope I see you guys this year. I'll come to Maui soon.
Okay,
All right.
thanks, Miles.